Hi, I'm Cynthia.
Hi, I'm Dino.
And we designed this house.
We chose Obama Blvd because of its proximity to the west side, to Culver City, which is rocks throw away, LAX, and downtown. So it's really a true mid-city area. The design direction of the house was going more of a Scandinavian design, minimalistic. It was in pretty bad shape. It had no roof. Had to evict a couple of homeless people once we initially took over the property. And then just, 8 dumpsters later of just debris and getting it all cleaned up and ready to figure out what we're going to do with our design project, the design end of it. The neighbors were friendly. I introduced myself to pretty much most of them. I know everyone here. And they were so happy when we brought the project. It was a pretty dilapidated structure. Through the design process, we decided to convert the garage into an ADU. And I wanted to create the ADU as kind of like an added building later or either before. And as we went through the design process, we decided to go with a cedar siding. We ran it vertically, give it a little more modern element. And then once we decided on those two things, because you get your color scheme on the stucco, you get your color scheme on the cedar, everything else kind of fell into place. The interior part of it, Cynthia and I, we picked all the materials, tile, stone, the wood flooring. And once we got our color scheme put together, then at that point I started putting the design together on the custom woodwork. All the woodworking in this home is custom, built on site. Kind of like an old-time contractor architect would do. The architect would design all the interior. And the reason I do that is I like the continuity. And you don't have this, about this here or about this there. It's all flows. There's a thought process in the design, and the whole home looks complete. We had to go in and put all new electrical, all new plumbing, new sewer line, all the waste lines. And we ran the sewer line strategically, so if we wanted to put a pool, you can, and it won't interfere with that part of it if the new homeowner wants to put that in later. We also put the infrastructure for the gas line and the water line and the power for the pool. When I'm doing my infrastructure design, I try to cover all of it so it's there, and it doesn't have to come back and do it later. I'm excited to get started and walk through the house and show you all the little details and the materials and the product that we selected. We had this structural wall here that we couldn't move, and we had to leave it, so create like a little niche or nook, and that's why we put that in. And we continued that with the ripped white oak cabinets with solids and veneers. We did a real nice push latch system, so we didn't have to have any hardware. And we did the same thing for the interior drawers. So plenty of storage for pots and pans. The colors are neutral, soft, warm, and not stark. We did the satin brass details from Brazil. It's a really nice line, and it gives us, it flows really well with the color scheme that we're doing. The range, Cynthia and I both agreed that we wanted a little bit of vintage European in here. We didn't want everything to be so stainless steel. We like to, again, if you go through the whole house and everywhere that we develop the design, we tend to mix it up a little bit so it's not so one dimension. We get all the panel ready, dishwasher, the Bosch, which is really nice because you don't even know it's there. It has a little light at the bottom and it's on. So it's really a nice design. We did the Fisher Parkel refrigerator with the panel ready. We did have to put some hardware on it, and we did a really nice scale. I like the scale that we did here because the original ones that Fisher Parkel provides, I didn't care for it. And again, we're doing the touch latch for the pantries, and I always put a microwave in, but I like these drawer microwaves, which are pretty cool. And we couldn't do a panel ready on it because you don't make it that way, but we did incorporate it into the design where it just pretty much flows in and pretty seamless, as you can see. I wanted to bring a little metal element in with the doors, So we ended up doing this called Pinkies, and it was, I mean, they make beautiful doors, and to give us the natural light coming into this area. Off the kitchen and off this little hallway from the outdoor little garden area, we put the laundry room. We custom built the pocket doors, almost 2-inch thick with a soft close, so you're never going to hear a slam. The laundry room, we put a 1/4-inch rubber soundproofing throughout, so you don't really hear it when you're running it during the day or in the evenings if you want to wash your clothes. And we put a broom closet, so it's got built-ins, the washer is stackable, and it actually has a little sink as well to do any hand wash. In selecting the plants for the exterior the walkway, we put lavender. You get that little nice fragrance of the lavender. A beautiful door when you walk up, and it just sets the mood. Okay, this place is a little different.
Because the house is so neutral.
Yeah.
I wanted to give it a little bit of pop without being too much.
Yeah.
Didn't want to have a lot. I wanted it to be natural and organic like the house.
In our middle yard of the house, we created a real private environment with the French doors that open out, sliders, and as you walk out, we planted sage and lavender to give you just that, get that real nice fragrance. And just in the morning, you wake up and you walk out there and like, wow, this is really just inviting. The entrance to the principal master suite, they don't call master anymore, but it's a principal suite. I wanted to create its own, entrance with these 8-foot doors, double doors. So it just gives it that, I'm in my domain here. I like closet again. I talk about space all the time. It's all there. You got plenty of room. I don't do all the walls in the bathroom. I like to get a little, again, mixture of surfaces. We just did the 2 walls that were the tub and the shower. We did the same thing here. We put a small baseboard above because it's a space with moisture. The Rift White Oak slider doors here, these are just sliders. They're not pocket. I didn't want to do barn doors, so just a different style. We did a nice balance in the Rift White Oak as well. We did travertine, but in a nice gray tone. Cynthia likes some of the styles like from Kelly Wessler. This gives it a little more drama that she tends to execute on her design projects. So she wanted to kind of bring that same element, and it blends well with the floor and the color of the cabinetries and the Brizzo faucets. We always design a vanity for the woman, if she's, that's who buys this place. They can sit down and do their makeup. We got storage. The drawers here actually are double drawers, not just a fake drawer. I like to, again, make everything as functional as possible. The Brizzo shower heads that we got, these are really cool. When I first picked them, I didn't realize they were that large, but I actually like them more than they are. But and then all those are all thermostat controls, so you set your temperature where you want it to be, and all you do is turn it on, and it goes right to that. It's not where you have to kind of play with it. You got to think about living here every day, and you don't want to be hassling with having to do things like that. I like to make things as easy and comfortable, and you got enough stuff to worry about besides having to worry about setting your water temperature. It's set, it's done. Every day you get up, you're ready to go. In the ADU, we continued the same design that was in the main house. So basically, it's an extension of the main house. We did the Rift White Oak cabinetry. We did the Brizzo faucets. We did the Schmeg range and downdraft. Again, we brought in a little vintage vibe again did the range over there. And here we did the unique classic refrigerator.
I come from New Mexico where things are very natural and primitive to some degree. And I wanted to bring a little of that spirituality with me wherever we design. It's supposedly Italian limestone planter that was converted, but
Ain't happening.
That's
That was a stretch. We put the fountain in to give a little feeling when you're sitting out there reading and you're hearing the tranquil, the sound percolating, and the fragrance of the lavender and the sage, and then the environment of the structures that you're looking at, and mixing the materials. What we did out there with concrete, the IPA Brazilian hardwood for the decks, the little steel awnings that we put on the stand. It's called standing seam. It's the little steel roofs. We thought we executed this one really well, and it took a little longer, but you know, sometimes that's what happens. But the result was we were happy with it.